We begin with the brave woman who came face to face with a suspected killer in her own kitchen, and what police would find in his trunk is truly chilling. We sent special correspondent Melissa Moore, the daughter of the Happy Face serial killer, to hear her story. She's an attractive young woman looking for a date.
He was heading to Charleston to meet me.
But today, Heather invites the ultimate darkness to her very doorstep.
He stuck his head in the doorway and made sure no one was in there, and then he pulled the gun out.
In a terrifying encounter with a man who wants only one thing for his pleasures.
He didn't ask anything sexual of me on the phone or when he came in person. He just wanted to kill me. And he was wanting me to be calm about it. I seen the gun laying on the corner of the kitchen table. I just grabbed it.
Charleston, West Virginia, a picturesque town with some rough edges. But like anywhere, the internet can be equally dangerous. That's where Heather places an ad on a website, making herself available for a date. Soon after that, she gets an early morning call.
About every 10 minutes, he would stop somewhere and call and ask. I had to give him directions, I don't know how many times. I was like, if he calls back one more time for directions, obviously, then, you know, just forget it.
Finally, 7 hours later, her long-awaited date arrives at 2:30 in the afternoon. Apparently not the type worth waiting for.
His clothes was tight and his shirt, everything was tucked in, tight, perfect almost. He was almost scared that somebody would see him, like somebody recognize him maybe. You kept looking behind him and stuff.
And then he gets right down to business.
I asked him how he was doing and he said fine. And he checked in my bedroom and made sure no one was in there. And then he pulled the gun out.
Within seconds, the arranged date plunges into a nightmare, with Heather battling for her life.
He pointed the gun and said, live or die. And I was like, what? And he had it in my side. He said that he was going to prison for a long time, that there was no doubt about it. And it was my choice whether it would be for rape or murder.
But she chooses a third option.
His legs were spread, and I was trying to hit him in his
groin?
Yeah. I started clawing his face, and he tackled me down in between the living room and kitchen here. And he was choking me, and his knees was on my back, and he was just choking me.
But Heather wasn't about to give up. She showed our Melissa Moore how she frantically grabbed the nearest weapon at hand, a small garden rake with sharp spikes.
I grabbed this, which it was leaning right here, and I grabbed it, and I think that's when he put the gun down.
The attacker has one hand around Heather's throat and the other grasping for the rake.
He was trying to get this out of my hands. He said, when I get up, you get up. And I said, okay, just let me breathe a little. And he wouldn't, so he pulled me back up. He used it to pull himself up because it bent this fork.
So he used it for his weight? Is that how it got clawed right here?
I believe. That's what I'm thinking.
In all the confusion, his gun, a Ruger 9mm semi-automatic, still sits on the table, with the safety off, cocked and ready to fire.
He had me by my throat, and he was walking me to the door, and I seen the gun laying there, and I grabbed it and just shot like this.
It happens in an instant.
Grabbed it and just pow. And he was up against the door at this point.
She drops the attacker with a trick shot at point-blank range, leaving him dead with a 9mm slug in his skull hanging off the doorknob by his leather belt. It's a sight and sound that will be etched in Heather's mind for as long as she lives.
I've never shot a gun before. If the safety or something would have been on, I'd probably be dead because I wouldn't have known what to do.
How to take it off or anything?
Right. It was really loud. I went deaf for a while.
Frantic, Heather runs out of her house onto the street where some neighbours are passing the time of day. They didn't hear the gunshot because of the loud air conditioning, but they read her condition loud and clear.
I said, what do I do? And They said, well, where is he? And I said, he's in the kitchen floor. I had to shoot him in the face. He's dead, I think. I set the gun down and I had her call the police for me, and to tell them that I killed someone.
911, where is your emergency? Did he actually rape her?
I'm not sure.
Was she able to injure him in any way?
Yes, she shot him. She says he's on the kitchen floor, in her kitchen floor.
Oh. Okay,
Next, police respond to a horrific crime scene and haul Heather downtown.
You have the right to remain silent.
But they soon find out that this is no routine shooting.
As the search continued into the car, the police officers discovered a list of women with phone numbers.
And what they learn about Heather's attacker chills the blood of even the most seasoned investigators.
It's highly unlikely this is his first violent crime toward a woman, considering the brutality and the intensity of the attack.
And when we come back, we find out who Heather's attacker is, plus the chilling kill kit police found in his car.